part 2 is story problems with percents. So we just talked about if we have a car that costs $16,700 and we want to find a 10% discount, the easiest thing to do is multiply that price by 0.90 or 0.9, right? 90%. And when we did that, we got $15,030. Now the next question says the sales tax is 7%. What was the sales tax? So the amount of tax. So that's the amount that we're adding on to the price of the car. So in that case, I would just take that $15,030 and I would multiply by 0.07. Okay, so when you did that, you got $1,052. Oh, you forgot your 10 cents, Caitlin.
I didn't.
And 10 cents. Did you guys have the 10 cents?
Yeah.
All right. So it says, what is the total cost of the car including tax? So that's when you can either take your original, the $15,030, and you can multiply by 1.07, or since we've already found the tax, we're going to add that to our $15,030. So when we do that, we get 0.10 on the end, 82,061. So $16,082.10, right? So what I was saying is you could have just taken the $15,030 and you could multiply by 1.07 and you get the same answer. Okay, so that's what I would think about as you're doing your homework. If it asks for the amount of tax, then go ahead and multiply by 0.07. But if it's just saying what is the total price of the car, then multiply by 1.07 altogether, okay? Okay, next up. So it says, while shopping, Maya purchased 2 half-gallons of milk for $1.30 each, 1 Boston cream pie for $4.75, and 2 liters of Diet Coke for $1.10 each. So what is her total bill before tax? Okay, so we're going to add all those together. So we have 2 of the $1.30s, we have 1 of the $4.75s, and we have 3 of the $1.10s. Okay, so we're going to add those together. So 2 times 1.3 plus 4.75 plus 3 times 1.1. All right, and what do we get? What's the total price? You guys all have your calculators out? You trying this along with me? It's hard on your phone, isn't it? I see you guys typing away on your phone. $10.65. All right. So it says, if there's a 7% tax on the bottles of Diet Coke only, how much is the sales tax? So I don't know if you guys know this, but when you go to the grocery store, you actually do not get taxed for food that can be of substance to you. Now, do I think a Boston cream pie is probably going to make someone survive if they were hungry? Probably not. But like things like bread and milk and so on, you actually don't get taxed for. Did you know that? Yes. Yeah. So if we're only taxing the Diet Coke, because I guess the store feels like Diet Coke is not something that's keeping you alive, right? Then we're only going to do the tax on that. So we're going to find the sales tax by doing 7% of what?
$3.30.
Exactly. The Diet Coke costs $3.30 because we had 3 that were $1.10. And we're going to multiply by 0.07. Okay, so use your calculator. What do we get?
What's 11 cents?
No.
23 cents.
Yeah, like 23. It's 0.231 of a dollar. Have you ever seen that at gas stations where it's like gas costs $2.45.9? It's like $2.45 and 9/10 of a cent. It's kind of weird. So we'll leave it like that. It's weird. Yeah, you wouldn't pay 9/10 of a cent. So I would probably say 23 cents, right?
Wait, I did it wrong. So it's 3.30 times 0.07.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is why you guys need a real calculator. Phone calculators are not the best. Hard to do.
I think I know the total bill is $10.88.
So we're adding the $10.65 and we're adding it to 23 cents. So Cameron says it's $10.88. I agree. And then how much change will she receive from a $50 bill? Wow, she's just carrying a $50 bill around. So we're going to have $50 minus $10.88. We could do this without a calculator, or you can use the calculator. It doesn't matter.
$39.12.
Uh-huh. $39.12 exactly.
What kind of calculator should I get?
I typically say these ones, like the graphing calculators, because you're going to use them in future classes. TI-83 or 84. All right, so a bag of trail mix contains 80% of peanuts. If the can holds a total of 16 ounces, how many ounces of peanuts does it contain? So we're trying to say 80% of the total amount is our amount of peanuts, right? So we say 80%, so 0.80 of the 16 ounces equals the ounces of peanuts. So when we multiply that out, we get 12.8 ounces. Now, you might have done these differently when you were in pre-algebra. That's fine. If you like this other method, you may do this other method. It's basically where you say 80 out of 100, right, 80%, is going to be the amount of peanuts divided by the amount of trail mix. So 16 over x over 16, like that. So you can set it up as a proportion if you would like to. I personally like the percent of is equation. Do you guys remember we did that yesterday? The percent and then of means multiply, and then equals means, or is means equals. So you could use this equation. All right, so 22% of Max's monthly salary is deducted for withholding, so for taxes and stuff. If those deductions total $220, what is his pay? So we need to set it up. So we say 22% of his salary. So of his salary, we're going to say of X. So we're letting X equal his salary. And then it says this amount deducted is a total of $220, like that. So if you take your 220 and you divide by 0.22, we end up getting a total of $1,000. Max, you're just making tons of money for a high school student. $1,000 a month. Wow. You don't have a job, do you, Max? Your job is to go to school, right? Mm-hmm. So, Keith, you are always eating in here. All right, a sales tax rate in a particular state is 5.5%. If you pay a total of $3.30 on an item that you purchase, what is its selling price? So you pay a tax of that. Okay, so think about how we're setting this up. So the question is, what is its selling price? That's usually what you're going to let your X equal. Okay, so how does tax work? We take the 5.5% times what, and then equals what? How do we set this up? 5.5% of what?
$3.30.
No, it's not of $3.30.
Oh, X 100 or 100.
Of X. Yeah, so we're going to do 5.5%. So 0.055. Do we all remember that? That's how we write 5.5%. You guys had some practice with that. Yep. 5.5% of the item ends up being the amount of tax, $3.30. So we do 5.5% of the price of item, and that gives us our total amount that we're being taxed. Okay, so we're going to take our X, and we're going to take our $3.30, and we're going to divide by 0.055, like that. Ryan, did you get it? It's actually $60.
Yeah.
All right, is this making sense how you set it up? Yeah. Kind of? Okay. So a college finds that 42% of the students taking a foreign language are enrolled in Spanish. If 1,512 students are taking Spanish, how many foreign language students are there? So this is going to be our X.
Well, on the final, you'll use calculator.
Probably for part of it. Usually if I have a calculator, I do a calculator portion and a non-calculator portion. So like on your next test, you'll probably have two parts to your test. Makes sense. So this part would definitely be a calculator. All right, so X is equal to the number of foreign language students. So how do we read this? We said 42% of what? 42% of the students taking foreign language.
So 42%
So that's our X.
of
Equals the total amount of Spanish students, 1512. Do you have a game on there or something? Do I need to delete your programs? All right, so we divide. So I do 1512 divided by 0.42. So we get X equals 3,600 students. So there's a total of 3,600 that are just in foreign language in general. 42% of that is they're taking Spanish. So that ends up being our 1,512. All right. So the last one, the chemist prepares 400 milliliters of an acid-water solution. If the solution contains 30 milliliters of acid, what percent of the solution is acid? Okay, so it's kind of scary looking, lots of stuff going on.
I wouldn't want to touch that.
Don't touch acid, yeah, that would not be good. All right, so there's 400 milliliters total of this
So
mixture.
would it be 400?
And then what?
It would be
400.
30 divided by 4.
Okay, let's see. How do you set it up?
It would be 400 equals. Oh, it would be x over 100 or something like that.
Okay, so we're using the percent of is that we learned yesterday. So percent of what is what? So what's our total amount?
400.
400. So we're taking a percentage of that total amount. So we're saying what percent, so x over 100 you're saying, of the original, so of the total,
Equals 30 over
is
400.
30. Yeah, so not 30 over 400, but it just equals 30. Now, if you don't want to write x over 100 for your percent, you can write x. That is totally fine. We did that yesterday. Just remember, it's going to be percent in the end. So you're probably going to have like 0.23, and you need to change it to 23%. Yeah, Peter?
I think Mrs. Washington showed me a way to do these with the fractions with this.
So you can do the fractions. We're trying to kind of move away from setting them up as fractions every single time to know what percent of is what. It just makes it faster in the end. So if we do 30 divided by 400, we end up getting 0.075. So this is a decimal. We need the percent. So if we need the percent in the end, if I have 0.075, what percent is that?
7.5.
Cameron's speedy. 7.5%, exactly. Do you see how that's set up? So if you guys get this percent of is thing down, it will make your life a lot easier in math class. You won't always have to set up a proportion every single time, okay? It makes things faster in your head too. Like if I say 20% of 30, right? I know how to do that quickly in my head. I don't have to set it up as 20% is equal to x over 30, right? I don't have to set things up like that. I can just quickly say 20% of 30 is going to be 6. Do you guys see? Do the 2 times 3, you get 6, move the decimal over. Okay, as needed. It's much faster to do in your head. All right.